Hello, everyone. So the next starting five. Forward spots will be Bridges and Johnson. Walker out there with MP. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. And for Cleveland, the big men on the floor for him, Mobley and Allen. At the guard positions, it's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Strus in at the 3 slot. And we know, Greg, most of the talk coming into this game focused on the front court matchup. A lot of talent in the low post here.
And, you know, a lot of times that means it'll come down to the rebounding battle. Whoever controls the boards will have a big leg up in the physical and mental aspect of this game.
Now, here's Mitchell. Mobley outside. No good from outside. Here's Walker. And he banks in the layup.
First points of the night. And you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Allen passes to Garland. Good on the bucket.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
MP against Garland. Here's Johnson. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Bridges dishes to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Garland against MP. The Cavaliers pull it in. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Johnson. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
One word, Doris, that comes to mind to describe this Cleveland team is scrappy.
Kevin, it's the perfect descriptor because you love how hard and how together this group plays. And to me, that represents their culture. The unspoken communication on the alley-oop and Evan Mobley making his teammate look good.
Johnson kicks to MP. High post try. Walker the pass to MP. To the middle and stolen by Mobley. To the paint. Here's Mitchell. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
That's exactly where Donovan Mitchell wants to be. This guy knows how to finish strong inside.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. You know, Greg, it's nice to have a big man like Mobley out on the floor with all the things he can do.
And Kevin, you gotta love his skill set for a 7-footer. Really diverse in terms of what he brings to the table. And then you hear so much praise for his attitude and his feel for the game. What a valuable player to have on your team.
Trendon Watford's checked in for Johnson. Here's MP to the wing right side. Outside, Walker. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Mitchell. And Garland with a clear path to the basket.
Well, Donovan Mitchell's wingspan is effective when it comes to swatting away the basketball and getting steals for his team.
Nets trail by 8. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Number 11.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now, here's Strus. Still without a basket. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Clearly a foul.
Team foul.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
They've also done a really...
Substitution on the court.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Strus passes to Garland. Allen right side. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. Walker with some nice D.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And there are two big men out there, Mobley and Allen. At the guard positions, it's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Strus in at the 3. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Trailblazers really lit up the floor. He finished with 17 points, and along with that scoring, he brought some defensive intensity as well. And his play is what allowed them to finally bust free. Snapping a losing streak like that is huge for a team's confidence. Kevin, it'll be interesting to see if he can help them get another W tonight.
Thank you, D.A. Win or lose, Greg, it's amazing the impact he can have on the game.
Yeah, in that last one, he was making plays all over the court. No one could match up with him.
Pretty much in attack mode the whole evening. We'll see if he plays with that same level of aggression here tonight.
Allen dishes to Mitchell. Nailed from three-point land. Mitchell's got 9.
Boy, if you let Donovan Mitchell get comfortable shooting the basketball, you're in for a tough night. That's an easy catch and shoot.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Boy, Brooklyn GA did all they could to assemble a championship team, and look what happened.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you take your swings in this league, and sometimes it works. Sometimes you have to retool, and they still have some good players to build around.
Count that one from Mobley.
Oh, you love the assertive play by Evan Mobley, making sure he finishes.
MP looking around. And stolen by Mobley. And here we go. Mobley heading to the hoop. Here's Mitchell. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Oh, great ball movement there.
MP against Garland. Here in the middle of the season, injuries can certainly pile up, Greg. How does a team hold it together when it's missing important pieces?
Kevin, it's all about communication and being ready to step up. As long as you keep working as a unit, you can cover for missing bodies.
Okoro, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. The Nets also changing it up. Sharp's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Trendon Watford. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Cameron Johnson. Count that one for Mobley.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Timeout called. The Nets, fresh from a win against Portland.
You don't like to count on points from your reserves, but they had some hot hands coming off the bench.
When you get that kind of a complete effort, that's a game you're going to win far more often than not.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. MP outside. On the wing, Walker. Off target from three-point range.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And Greg, you talk about rim protection. Cleveland can really shut down the lane, can't they?
Yeah, I mean, they have the personnel to do it. Big front court and quick guards who can keep ball handlers in front of them.
And you know, Doris, Brooklyn's gone through a pretty tumultuous few seasons.
You know, Kevin, there have been some circumstances that were unpredictable contributing to what you're talking about. And now, as a consequence, a lot of turnover on the roster and on the coaching staff. Listen, it's never easy to make the kind of transition they've had to make.
And GA, this Nets team, kind of slim on the interior, don't you think? How can they be most effective?
Well, you've got to press that advantage as far as quickness and get out and run and challenge opposing bigs to cover you in space.
Well, simply stated, you have.
And so it's Cleveland in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From
48, the Nets, 25.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Setting the floor for the Nets. The post tandem, it's Johnson and Claxton. Walker on the wing. He's joined by Bridges. And it's MP in at the point guard position. It's deflected. In the corner, it's Bridges. His three-pointer's off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And then Allen slams it in.
Well, that's a highlight play for Mr. Jared Allen. Nice pass from his teammate.
MP against Garland. It's stolen by Allen. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. Jared Allen is earning his keep in the painted area. He said from a young age that was instilled in me. The footwork as a big, back to the basket. I'm trying to find it in the flow of the offense. I don't want to disrupt this to where I'm getting in people's way. I just want to find my spot. Kevin?
And he does it well. D.A., thank you.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop break. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. MP passes to Claxton. Johnson kicks to MP. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. The Clutch Player Award debuted in 2023. Doris, what do you think of that honor?
Yeah, I think it's a great way to find more unique aspects of the game to celebrate. Listen, players have specialties beyond just box scores, and that sort of thing deserves to be recognized.
Garland, the pass to Mobley, and it's denied. Inside. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Walker.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
They get the rebound. Allen.
Jared Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam King. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Brendan Watford's checked in for Brooklyn. Mitchell wide open. That three off the mark. The Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's MP. The kick out to Walker. Back to MP. That one a little long. Cleveland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Well, J.B. Bickerstaff, Greg, has done a tremendous job in his time with this Cavaliers team.
Has had him on the winning track since his first full season with the team. Really getting the most out of this roster. Not full of superstars, but full of guys who enjoy playing together.
Pass to Watford to the inside. Here's Claxton. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen. Garland looking it over. Well, wide open shot from Strus. They get it back. Count that one. Allen's got 8 points.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jared Allen.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Walker finds MP. Just 5 on the clock. Down low, looking to end the run. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
You know, you can't impact the shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same. Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
MP, that's for 2. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Back to Claxton, over Allen. And again, no good by Brooklyn. It's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. Just 4 points, that's all they've given up here in the second half. Fires the 3. Here's Allen. Lays it up off the glass. Allen's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And Allen is a problem from right there. This guy's so good at using his body and his touch.
Here's Bridges. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Marcus Morris. He's out there with Okoro. Jared Allen is out there with LeVert. And it's Merrill in at the 1 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Thomas with it. Guarded now by Morris. And the basket by Thomas.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Okoro dishes to Morris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Dime, esto es lo que tú querías. Yo soy fino, esto es de galería. Tú eres un charro, Rocky de aquí, una porquería. Yo un campeón, Rocky Marciano, Rocky Balboa, Rocky Balbía. Tengo la ruta, tengo la vía, sí, tengo la vía. Los gastos de noche facturo todo el día. Tanta plata que me gusta que me chapen, por eso Ustedes no saben lo que es estar en alta mar con 200 cueros. Que los azafatas te en el cielo. Lo que tira el 500,000 en el... Por eso tu opinión me importa cero. Por eso tú estás 101 en el top 100 y yo estoy primero. Ya no son raperos, ahora son pocateros. Más que tú estás cobrando mi barbero. Estoy viajando en el mundo entero. Ey. Nunca estamos secos. Primero llegó Verstappen, después llegó Checo. Si Pablo me viera dirá que soy un berraco. Ustedes hablando y yo los míos por Monaco. Nunca estamos secos. Están hablando solo, están hablando con el eco. El signo del dinero, ese es mi nuevo zodiaco. La familia está en Monaco.
J'avais 20 ans, je caressais le temps et jouais de la vie comme on joue de l'amour, et je vivais la nuit sans compter sur mes jours qui fuyaient dans le temps.
Créeme, los carros de F1 son más rápidos en persona. Sofía Vergara es linda, pero es más linda en persona. Lo que tú hagas a mí no me impresiona. Es como meter un gol después de Messi y Maradona. A ti no te conocen ni en tu barrio. Ayer estaba con LeBron, también con DiCaprio. Me preguntaron que cómo me fue en los estadios. Hablamos de la familia y temas de millonarios. Digo, multimillonario. Digo, de billonario. Hace rato sin que me tiene la radio. Hace rato me quité del yo se lo dejé el audio. Uy, querido diario. Y me depositaron a los Grammy, nominaron. Otra vez me criticaron y ninguna me importaron. Ya sigo tranquila en la mía. Don Vito, Don Vena de los Beatles. John Lennon a mis nietos cuando muera les va a dejar sin terreno. A todas mis doñas la y a mi haters un F40 sin los frenos pa' que se estrellen, pa' que se... Rojo, blanco, negro, mate, ¿cuál tú quieres pa' que se estrellen? Pa' que se... Que pa' descansen, yo sigo en el yate, ey. Nunca estamos secos. Primero llegó Verstappen, después llegó Checo. Si Pablo me viera dirá que soy un berraco. Ustedes hablando y yo lo mío por Monaco. Nunca estamos secos. Están hablando solo, están hablando con el eco. El signo del dinero, ese es mi nuevo zodiaco. La familia está en Monaco.
J'avais 20 ans, je caressais le temps et jouais de la vie comme on joue de l'amour, et je vivais la nuit sans compter sur mes jours qui fuyaient dans le temps.
Cook that up, Quay. On it. Yeah. Okay, wow, since I got that check, she gon' shame it down. I was young, I was in them